Hello everyone, this is Abhishek and welcome to a new video in our Breakout Candidate series. So today's video would be bit lengthy, but before I move on to the subject, do like, share and subscribe and do not forget to press the bell icon. Yeah. So today's pick would be bit lengthy because I went through many charts, and then out of those many charts I handpicked somewhere around 17 odd scripts. 15 are in cash segment and 2 are in FNO segment. Now, in Twitter as well, when I was replying to somebody today, I did mention that the coming times will be golden period for positional investors. If you have noticed in the past few months, there has been influx of money into the market, not just the blue chips, but lot many small caps, mid caps have been breaking out with good volumes, right? So do pay attention. I think it will be worth the watch, the entire video, and do also look and refer the previous videos as well, where I've kind of shared the likes of AB Capital, Tasty Bite, Balram Porcini, Greaves Cotton, Lakshmi Machine, Polymed, and so many other scripts as well, right? The whole idea is to figure out which scripts we need to kind of find from the heap of stocks which could give good returns on less risk, right? And that is what I'm working on and sharing those ideas with you, so make use of it, right? So let's move on to our first script, and the first script being matrimony, right? So bhaiya, looking at the chart pattern, it seems शादियों का सीजन आ गया है. So let's celebrate, right? A very good chart pattern. If you and this is the weekly chart, right? If you refer this orange line, I've marked the black arrows when all it got rejected, the price got rejected from this zone. So a couple of times, and this is a weekly chart. And if you follow the blue curve here, it is forming an inverted head and shoulders pattern as well, right? And today it broke out from this zone, so I feel it is a good chart pattern and a good stock to invest for the given targets. Yeah. Now शादियों की बात हो रही है तो थोड़ा सूट वूट तो बनवाना ही पड़ेगा, तो let's move on to our next pick, which is Raymond, right? Raymond, now just bring this up. So it has broken out of a triangle pattern. Just follow these purple lines. So it has broken out from this triangle pattern, and look at the volumes over here, right? Huge volumes, and the volumes are increasing. There's a lot of accumulation that is happening, and I feel it can move pretty nicely and can give good returns. Yep. So Raymond is next. और सूट ले लिया, शादी हो रही है तो थोड़ा मीठे की बात हो जाए. So we'll move on to the sugar picks, but do refer to Balram Porcini, which I had given on my breakout video series for 18th Feb, right? I'll give you a link on top of the screen as well, but do refer it. So I'll skip Balram Porcini and I'll move to DHAMPURSUG. Now today I think almost all the sugar stocks were doing very good. So this is DHAMPURSUG, and let me just bring your notice to this yellow block, right, which I've marked, and I'll just kind of zoom out a bit. So look at it, right? There's a weekly chart. How many times it got kind of rejected, or kind of it's been a very kind of a good supply and demand area, right, depending on where the price is of this zone. But it's been kind of today it broke out, or it's on the verge of breaking out from this zone, and the volumes are also good. And if you see, if you follow this purple line and this blue curve, it's also giving a cup and handle pattern breakout as well, right? So it's given breakout from that pattern. So it would approach this black trend line, and hopefully it will break that as well. And these are the targets that I'm looking for. So do follow the levels. I think one can look to accumulate it. The next in the sugar sector would be DALMIASUG. So plain, simple, easy chart pattern, a flat pattern which has given breakout today, and these are the targets that I'm looking for positionally. Yeah, तो शादी सीजन, सूट खरीद लिया, मिठाइयाँ मीठा मीठा खा लिया, तो थोड़ा भाई घर वर भी ले ही ले हैं. तो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू ASHIANA Housing, and very interesting chart pattern. Again, it is on the verge of breaking out from the inverted head and shoulders pattern. You just follow this blue curve, and I feel it will give targets of 200 plus from here. So one can look to accumulate ASHIANA. तो शादी सीरीज में हमारे स्टॉक्स खत्म है, but we'll move on to our next picks. So next pick would be WESTLIFE. And WESTLIFE, if I just kind of zoom out a bit. So yeah, on a larger scale, it is forming a cup and handle pattern. I feel it is on the verge of breaking out. If you follow these purple lines over here also, from this triangle pattern, it broke out, or pin pattern, it broke out earlier. So I think it is good to be accumulated for the mentioned targets, right? Hopefully it will give 700 plus levels positionally. The next will be Gnfc. Now Gnfc, again a cup and handle pattern on the verge of breaking out. Look at the volumes as well. The volumes are huge. The stock has been accumulated all this while, so I feel it will give a breakout from this pattern very soon, and for 400 plus level targets. The next is ADANIGREEN. Now ADANIGREEN, it gave a very good run some time back, and then it's been consolidating and forming this, if you see a rounding pattern over here as well, plus it's sort of a flag as well, and hopefully it will give a breakout from its previous all-time high, which is 1220. So I feel based on this pattern and the way the price is moving, one can accumulate it for the mentioned targets. Hopefully it should do 2100 plus levels. So yeah, so the next would be Ronco Systems. Now Ronco Systems, let me just zoom out a bit. So look at this orange line, right? It's been getting rejected, and or kind of there's a lot of demand around here, or getting rejected around this line. So it's been a important resistance zone all this while. If you follow this blue curve, it gave a breakout from this cup and handle pattern some time back. The price moved up, and again it came down and retested this breakout zone, this orange line, right? So it retested it, it bounced from there. So I strongly feel that one can look to accumulate it for the mentioned targets. The next will be TRIVENI. So TRIVENI engineering, again a flag pattern. It's been kind of getting accumulated all this while. You see the rising volumes for this flag fall, and then it's been getting accumulated. There's an important resistance zone over here as well. It is on the verge of breaking out from this flag pattern and also this orange trend line. So it will simultaneously break out from flower pattern as well as the trend line as well. So one can accumulate it for the mentioned targets here. The next will be गति लगाते हुए गति की तरफ. So gati, if I just zoom out a bit and just follow this yellow line over here, so you would see how many times again it's been a very important resistance or support zone, and this time it broke out from that particular zone and the volumes are high, and it's also forming this flag plus this pennant over here. So I feel one can look to accumulate it for the targets of 170 plus positionally. Yeah. Next will be Cochin Shipyard. Now Cochin Shipyard again, it's forming a cup and handle pattern and it's on the verge of breaking out from it. If you notice the volumes are also high and it's increasing, plus it's been kind of getting accumulated all this while. So one can look for the mentioned targets roughly around, hopefully it should touch roughly around 590 plus 600 levels. Next is GPIL, Godavari Power. Now Godavari Power, if I just zoom out a bit, so this is forming a rounding bottom, right, and the volumes are also decent enough. It's been rising, it consolidated a bit over here, and I feel it can move 1000 plus levels or roughly around 1100 as well positionally. So one can look to accumulate it. This line over here will be the immediate resistance, and obviously once it sustains and closes above this zone, it would mean it has given a breakout from this pattern, but one can start looking to accumulate this stock. Next will be Sudarshan Chemicals. Okay, so Sudarshan Chemicals, there are a couple of chart patterns over here if you notice. So if you follow this blue curve, then again it is our cup and handle pattern. The black line is also giving a breakout from this trend line. These purple lines are kind of big triangle pattern which it has broken out from today. So one can look to accumulate it. There is a rise in the volumes as well, if you notice over here. So yeah, I think a good stock to accumulate. It's given a breakout today, so one can look for the targets which are 80 plus. Next will be ONMOBILE, and this would be, I think, our last pick on the cash segment, and after this I'll refer to FNO scripts. Okay, so ONMOBILE, if you see, like some people would be feeling that they have already missed the bus. It's been rising a lot since past couple of weeks, but I think there's best to come yet. So one can still look to invest if they feel like. It's forming this rounding bottom, and if you notice over here, look at this volume spike, right, for the past 2 weeks. So it should break out very cleanly and very nicely very soon. Yeah, above this 126.6 zone, it will give breakout from this pattern. But I'll quickly just take you to the monthly chart as well, right? And if you follow over here, right, just follow these lines, you would see it's forming a W pattern as well. So once it sustains above 141, it will shoot up again. So yeah, so it should be good positionally. So one can look to accumulate and hold it positionally for the mentioned targets. Yeah. The next I'll take you is UPL. Now, I've been giving UPL since I think I first shared it in on I think November on 25th November, right? And I asked to add it around 423.5, and then I updated again that in December that the targets will be 520 plus. Then again I updated in Jan that the target should be 700 plus, right? And it's been doing very well positionally. And if we refer to the charts, sorry, okay, so it was given over here. If you refer this black trend line, it gave a breakout from here, and then if you refer this blue curve, it is forming a cup and handle pattern as well. Now let me draw your attention to this orange resistance line, which is being a very strong resistance or support, and I've depicted through these black arrows how many times it got rejected from this support slash resistance line, right? Now it has been increasing, it has been consolidating at this level, and I feel one can add it. It's the FNO script. One can look to add it in futures or options as well, as per their risk appetite, and follow these levels that are mentioned, right, for the stop loss or the targets. But I feel positionally it should do 960 plus levels. Yeah. And the last one for the day is Coal India. Now it's been consolidating very well for the time being. Now the couple of patterns here. So if you see, if you follow this orange pattern, this inverted head and shoulder pattern, if one wants to refer, I'm not too sure about it, but yes, that's one pattern. Then if you follow this blue curve, it is forming a cup and handle pattern. But I'll quickly move on to the daily chart just for a short while, and if you see, it's forming a diamond pattern over here, right? It's been consolidating very well. Just refer these purple lines, right? It's consolidating very well, and hopefully and 136.7 I feel is a good support as well for it. It just closed above it, so I feel one can look to add it. The volumes are high. If I just take you to the weekly chart, you would see the volumes are high over this phase, so hopefully it's been well accumulated by the biggies. And since it's a FNO stock, based on your risk appetite, one can enter into FNO as well, right? Also in cash, up to you. But yes, I feel positionally it should move towards 180 zone. So these are the picks for today, roughly 17 odds charts that I shared with you, and do refer other stocks as well. I feel it is a very good time for positional investors to invest in stock market. I think holding stocks for a long time in this market will give good returns. So that's what I feel. Time will tell if time will prove me right or wrong, but yeah, so that is what I feel. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Take care and see you until the next. Bye.